Hey guys, and happy Friday. So for today, I'm going to be making a mini version of this big planter. I'm going to be using one of the crates from the Dollar Tree and some of these tumbling tower blocks. Now, if you can't find these crates, you can always make one with some popsicle sticks, or you can just use like a box, a rectangle gift box, anything like that would work. I'm just going to go ahead and then you can just paint it. So I'm just going to go ahead, take all the 4 tumbling tower blocks and put some legs on there. And then I'm going to get the glue out of my nails. And then I'm going to take the Waverly Antique Wax and I'm just going to give it a very like sloppy, quick coat just because I want it to kind of look weathered and I don't want to have to go over it again with like white paint. So I'm just going to do like a sloppy kind of paint over the whole thing inside and out. I'm not going to worry too much about the inside because you're not going to be able to see it, but just in the event that I want to kind of switch it out and use it for something else, I went ahead and I also gave the inside like I said, a sloppy coat. And then once I was done giving it that coat, I did take a paper towel and just wipe off any of the like excess that was kind of sitting on top because it's waxy, so it just kind of sits on there. So once I was done doing that, I gathered my flowers and I'm loving these little roses from the Dollar Tree, so I'm going to use those. I'm going to take a piece of floral foam, and this is just a piece that I had left over from another project. As you can see, the little piece that's missing, but it's okay, you don't need it to be filled up all the way. And then I'm going to take some of this, what is this? The reindeer moss. And I'm going to just put that right on top. And I'll be using a little bit later also, so I'm going to have to get another pack. But I'm going to just go ahead, put that on top so you can't really see the floral foam too much from the top. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to remove all these leaves because I'm not going to use those, and it makes it easier to cut. And I'm just going to cut off all of the rose stems because I can't put the whole thing in there like that. So I'm just going to cut them all off, and I'm going to be using the rest of this bunch. I've used some of the little flowers off of this for a different project, so I'm just going to cut the remaining ones off, and I'll also be using some of the white ones. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of the little leaf stems that were there and put them like hanging off the side just so it looks more like the picture. And I'll fix these a little bit later, but I just wanted to kind of get them in place. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start arranging my flowers inside of um, the planter. And once I was done arranging all my little flowers, I did take some more of the reindeer moss and stick it in between the slats of the little crate, just like I said, so it looks more like the little inspiration picture. And I just took a little skewer and kind of pushed them in there. And then once I was done arranging all my flowers, this is what it looks like. And then I'm just gonna kind of move everything off to the side so I can move on to my next project, which is going to be using these little like what are they called? It's the legs to make risers. And so I'm just going to use my heat gun. I've used these for other projects. I'm going to take my heat gun, heat up that glue that's on the top because it is Gorilla Glue and it doesn't just like pull off. So then I'm going to take my little scraper that I got from the Dollar Tree and just scrape off all the glue, kind of clean out the inside of it and make sure it's all gone. And you may have to like take some sandpaper or something and kind of smooth it off, but that one came off pretty easily. Then I'm going to take 2 little pieces of these white roses from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put them inside there and they'll look like little bitty planters. And I mean, you can use any plants, any flowers, any greenery, anything that you have that you want to use and put them in there. So this challenge today is the mini challenge, and it is hosted by Crafted by Corie. And I've been wanting to participate in this challenge for a while, but things happen and I haven't been able to. So today I am participating. So head on over to her channel and also head on over to the playlist, check out everybody else's videos, and be sure to hit like and let them know I sent you. And if you're coming over here from the playlist, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I hope you stick around, hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, and please hit that like button and let me know that you're coming over from the playlist and which one of my projects you like the best. So for my next project, I am going to be taking this little trophy. It's from the Dollar Tree in the party section. It's like part of the party favors. It comes in like a pack of 6. And then I'm going to take some antique, I think it's antique white or antique beige apple barrel paint along with some vanilla bean Martha Stewart paint. I'm going to mix it up just to give it like a clay color, and then I'm going to give the whole thing one coat. I wish I would have thought about it before and I would have turned this into chalk paint, which I'm going to do here in a minute. But I went ahead, gave this one coat of this color, and then it dawned on me to make it, you know, uh, the chalk paint so that I can kind of give it some more texture. So you'll see here in a minute that I'm just going to I use baby powder. I know a lot of people use baking soda. I use the baby powder that has talc. It's sometimes hard to find. I get mine, I either use the Johnson's baby powder that has talc in it, or I go to CVS and they have it for $1. So that's generally, this is the one from CVS, and it is talc. And this is the one I use most of the time because Johnson's is pretty expensive. This one cost me $1. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some of that and just kind of mix it up until I get the texture that I want or the consistency that I want. And I just went ahead and added a little bit more paint because it just wasn't enough I didn't think it was going to be enough to cover the whole thing. So I went ahead, added a little bit more paint, add a little bit more baby powder, and you just mix it up. Like I said, you can make it whatever consistency you want. If you want it to be a little bit more textured, just add a little bit more baby powder. And like I said, people use baking soda. I haven't had a lot of success with the baking soda. It just doesn't, I don't like the consistency of it. This goes on really smooth, so if you want to use it as chalk paint, it goes on very smooth and it dries really quick. Excuse me. So that is why I use the baby powder. So here I am just mixing it up, and then when I'm painting the little trophy, which is now going to be like a clay pot or like a clay vase, I guess. Um, I'm going to then take this chalk paint and I'm going to put another coat on there, but I'm going to kind of pounce my brush on it. I'm going to give it a coat, let it kind of get a little bit sticky, or, that it's drying up just a little bit. And then I'm going to take the brush and I'm just going to like pounce it on there, if that makes any sense. So first I give it one coat of just the regular chalk paint, painting it normally. And then once that's starting to dry, I'm gonna just add a little bit more here and there to give it some texture. And you're gonna see here what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna start pouncing it on there, just like I said, to give it a little bit more texture. And these little trophies have this cute little design around the top rim, and it really just looks like an antique vase or, a clay pot or whatever. I thought these were cute, and I'm definitely going to make a few more in a couple different colors and add them to tier trays, or, just kind of throw them into your decor, and you can decorate them however you want. And once this dries, I'm just going to take this cute little floral arrangement and put it in there. And that is it, guys. This is how they all look once they're done. I hope this gives you some inspiration. I hope you like these. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, that like button. Go visit the playlist. And until next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye.